These common mistakes are stopping you from getting real results on social media. So often I hear home care agencies and they are told, hey, I need to be on social media, I need to start posting, I need to create content. But social media only works if you have the right strategies. And so you can't just outsource this and hope that somebody's gonna post some good content for you. That certainly doesn't work. You have to make sure that you're doing the right things so that you can get the greatest results, because I see so many agencies making these same mistakes. And so we're gonna address some of those key mistakes that I see often so that you can correct them and stop doing them. Hi, my name is Bonitatibus, owner and founder of Digital Champions. I've been in the home care industry for over 10 years, and today we're diving into the biggest mistakes that home care agencies make when it comes to social media and how you can correct them to get greater results with increasing your online presence. Number one is not posting consistently. I see this all the time. People book calls with me, and before I jump on a call with someone, I always look at their social media, and sometimes I'll see something that just shows that they haven't posted in a year or two. Now, I get it because you're not seeing the results. So you're thinking, well, I'm wasting my time posting stuff on social media, and guess what? You're probably right. If you're not doing it right, it is a waste of time. But not having a consistent presence on social media can hurt you. Because what a lot of times people aren't considering is that people go to your social media after they've already found you. And so a lot of times people are thinking about social media from the standpoint of generating more leads, getting in front of more people, and not so much on the conversion stand of things, of them checking out your social media to get an idea of who you are and your brand. So we want to make sure that we have a consistent presence, because if they don't see anything, they're going to think, is this company even open? Like, are they still working with people? Why aren't they posting to social media? And guess what? Boom, they're going to move on to the next one. So you want to make sure that you have that consistent presence, whatever consistent means to you. It's better to post, once a week than to not post at all. But where I see people make the mistake is that they try and post too much because somebody's telling them they need to post every day. You don't need to post every day. You just want to post consistently and figuring out what that means to you. Now, consistent doesn't mean once a year. You want to be posting at least once a week so that you're showcasing yourself. Mistake number two is posting impersonal cookie cutter content. I see this all the time. People post these stock photos that they get on Canva, which, hey, I love Canva, it's great. But when you're posting these stock content, you just look like everyone else. And it's really easy to do it, which if it's easy, then it's probably not the best strategy. The best things are not that easy. Now, I will say social media is simple once you have a plan, once you have a strategy. Then creating good content becomes easier. But we've got to get rid of this cookie cutter stock content. It's one of the reasons why I don't recommend that you invest in some type of digital marketing agency that does social media for you. They're not going to do a good job. I've never met a digital marketing agency that has done a good job with social media because they just post the same thing across platforms for all of their clients. And they're doing outdated strategies, things that are 10 years old, because guess what? They probably also do blogs and websites and SEO and all these things. So social media is just a way for them to have you give them more money and not really worrying about whether it gets results. We've got to get rid of this cookie cutter content. It's not going to work. Is it better to have this stuff than nothing at all? But at the same time, if you're going to do something, don't we want to do it right? Don't we want to do it well? And so we're going to talk about some of the ways that you can start to do it consistently that doesn't require a ton of time and that can be simple and easy and also drive greater results. Another really important element of removing this impersonal aspect is leveraging and utilizing AI, specifically, tools like ChatGPT. If you are just going to ChatGPT and saying, create a post about this, you are going to get the most generic, cookie cutter, lame content. And it becomes super obvious that you're using ChatGPT. If you can look at somebody's post and you go, oh yeah, this is definitely AI, then it's not good content. When someone's reading your content on social media, it should feel like you wrote it, like it's coming from the owner, like it's coming from the agency. You can leverage and utilize AI in a way that makes it more personalized by it knowing who you are and you inputting your personal touch to it. But if you're relying on AI to just create all of the posts without putting any of yourself into it, you're going to get that cookie cutter content. And guess what? ChatGPT is not the best at social media because you're not teaching it how to leverage social media. And so if you're not giving it the proper commands to create social media in the way that it should be consumed to get greater results, then again, you're gonna get that cookie cutter content and people are just gonna scroll right on past. So what can we do? We wanna showcase your brand, the real people, real photos. We can't rely on these stocks. So think about things that you're doing on a regular basis within your home care agency that is going to showcase that personal touch. So when you're out in the community, you're marketing, you're going to these referral sources, you're going to networking events, post you, either as the owner who's doing the marketing or as a marketer, posting yourself, sharing these things, right? You out in the community doing real things. For example, let's say you're promoting the Alzheimer's walk that's coming up. Well, my guess is you've probably done the Alzheimer's walk in the past. So guess what? Show and post old photos that you took at the Alzheimer's walk to then promote the next one that is now happening. You can create multiple pieces of content around this to get more awareness that you are involved, as well as increase the attendance of people coming to the Alzheimer's walk, which is the point. But it only works if you use real content. Because again, if you post stock, lame content, people just see it as an ad and then boom, they scroll right past it. We need to think differently. We need to think better. Think about your Facebook. If you're using Facebook or any social media platform, when you're seeing it, when you're watching it, what do you see? You want to see real people. You want to see your friends. And so you want to think your business is the same as your regular Facebook. When you're showcasing these real photos, you also want to introduce real stories. Storytelling is so powerful. And if you've been in business for a while, you have incredible stories to tell. And it makes it super easy to tell these stories because you've already done it. You have these real stories and you can tell them without getting into HIPAA compliance issues by just keeping the stories generic. But when you tell real stories, it helps people connect with you. It shows that you have experience. It shows that you have a background in this and you've been doing it a while. And so when you leverage and utilize these tools like storytelling, it makes it simpler. So really think about great client stories that you have, examples, so that you can then input that into your social media presence. Authenticity is your competitive advantage. If you're not showcasing people who you are and your brand, if your social media is not a reflection of your brand and your brand culture, then you're going to continue to get no results from it. Now, from the time standpoint, I understand you may be thinking, Nick, I'm trying to run a business. I don't have time to be posting to social media all day. And you don't need to be posting all day. I already mentioned you can just post a few times a week, 1 to 2 times a week to get great results. But what I do recommend, depending on where you're at in your business, is to actually have a social media manager. That's different from outsourcing and having someone do it. This is more someone completing the task that you want to do. So that means top down, you have the strategy, you have the plan, you're giving them content and things to share, and then boom, they're just executing the vision. And so it becomes a really important element that's what I recommend to my clients, that you're not outsourcing your social media, but you do have someone that can help run and manage it so that you're, can focus on other areas than going on and scheduling content. For me, for example, I don't post any of my content. I have a team that does it, but I am responsible for creating the content. A lot of times it's video content, so I know that it's me, I know that it's my message, I know that it's my content, and I know it's gonna come off in the way that I want it to because I'm the one behind the camera. I'm the one doing the strategy. So keep that in mind. Your social media is your brand. You can't have someone else being responsible for the representation of your company. Mistake number 3 is focusing too much on selling. This is by far one of the most common mistakes that I see, where it's just post after post about either hiring caregivers, hey, we're hiring, or it's, hey, we can help you with this. Hey, do you need light housekeeping? Hey, we can help with activities of daily living. That's not how social media works. This isn't some magical universe where you post something and then it goes off into the internet and people can find it. Now, there is an element of that when it comes to using Reels and or TikTok. That's what has changed the game in social media and made it so different from how it always was, because it was based on followers. But most agencies are not posting Reels, which means it's only going to your follower base. And most of the time when I see this, you have a very limited number of followers, which means your reach is very low and small. So if you're posting about your services to people who are already following you, you're now just selling to people that already know who you are. That's not the goal. The goal is someone finds us, they're following us, they're looking at our content, and we're showcasing who our brand is. Because guess what? Home care is the same everywhere. We don't need to post too many things about our services. Now, there's ways to educate your audience without being salesy, and that's what we want to do and we want to focus on. But we can't just keep posting, we do this, we do this, we do this, and it becomes this billboard that you're constantly sharing. This is a no-no in social media marketing. Over-promoting your services is going to continue to turn people away. Educate first, sell second. We want to position yourself as a trusted source, people that can count on you. Another really important element that I see so often is you should never be posting any type of link on social media. What do I mean? I see so many home care agencies, they put, hey, we help with activities of daily living, blah, 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 blah. Oh, here's our website, here's our phone number, hashtag this, hashtag that. That is not how social media is done. That is not what you want to be doing. I don't know who taught you this. If ChatGPT is doing that, they're doing it wrong. That is not what you want. You do not want your website on any social media. Why? Because they are trying to make money off of you. When you post a link, you're taking people off their platform. They don't like that. They make money by keeping people on the platform. So anytime that you post your website, you post a blog, you post a YouTube link, that immediately decreases your reach and it's not going to get shown to anyone. So stop posting your website on social media. It's already on your profile. If they can't find it, well, too bad. It's not that complicated to find somebody's website. Your brand's right there. Your website is on your profile page. And if they want, they can just Google your name and then your name should pop up first if you have any type of SEO presence. So keep that in mind. Stop posting your website to social media. And lastly, mistake number 4 is not leveraging and utilizing video content. When we think about video, think about Vine. Do you remember Vine? Ah, yes, RIP. Vine, if you don't know, was a social platform that you were able to post videos. It was very popular. Most people have never even heard of Vine or certainly don't use it anymore, but it did have its day. What do most people know now? They know TikTok. What is TikTok? TikTok is video. When we are thinking about video marketing and we think about it as a whole, as a medium, what has happened? We know that TikTok has leveraged and utilized video, but the fact that Vine was popular when it was showcases that it's the medium that people like. People want to consume video. And guess what? TikTok will not be the last social media site. There's going to be another social media site that comes out and people are going to move over to that. It is just the progress. It is the way of life, right? Facebook came out, all the young people on it, then the older people started getting on, all the young people were like, well, my parents are on this, I'm moving off of it. They went over to Instagram. And then Instagram, same thing, boom, then TikTok came out, all of them move over to TikTok. And so that's the progression that we've seen. That's what history tells us. But what we also know is that the medium itself, video, has worked on Facebook. It worked on Instagram. It's worked on TikTok. And so no matter what comes next, video is still the medium that people like to consume. And so continuing to avoid it is going to continue to hurt your business. It's the most powerful asset to leverage and utilize. And guess what? Hey, that's what we do here at Digital Champions. We help you to create and leverage and utilize strategic video content to drive greater results. Not just something to post on social media, but really building assets that you can use and leverage again and again. So if you'd like to learn more about how you can start leveraging and utilizing video, schedule a call today by going to thedigitalchamps.com/connect. And we look forward to talking with you real soon.